Is she swimming? Yes, she is. Is he playing table tennis? Yes, he is. Oops. No, he isn't. And is she doing karate? Yes, she is. Is he? Is that it? Every time we're just choosing yes or no. Well, it's a good activity. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered making it. But no, it doesn't have to be it. And but what I do think is that these kind of resources are great when kids are working on their own from home, or they're working in groups if they've got access to a device, as a quick kind of intro or fast finisher type activity, or with the whole class and they play a game. Okay, it's brilliant, but I always want to try to think of how you get the most out of it. And to be honest, I do prefer like hands-on activities when it's possible. So in this video, I want to show you a couple of activities that you can do that kind of go from the digital to the printable, okay? And a couple of ideas for things that you can play. And by the way, there are actually quite a lot of cards, not just those three. There's like 88, I think, in total, and 3 different game sets. But anyway, you can check that out later. Yeah, so keep watching if you're interested in finding out how you can make this just that little bit more interactive. Okay, so the first thing to do, I'll just show you the website. So I created these on boomlearning.com, and you can see here that there is a printable option. So that's the first thing we're going to look at. Okay, so you'd sign into your Boom Learning account and then go to the library, and you'll see that there is, you've got all the decks that you have there, and there's a drop-down action button at the side of the one. So we're going to choose individual and racket sports, and we'll choose the gender inclusive version, and then we'll choose this option print. Okay, and then it's going to load all the cards that you've got in the deck, and it'll prepare them for printing. Okay, so this one has quite a lot of cards in it, 89, but that's counting the menu page. So it takes a while to load, and then you've got this option, so you can have 1 card per row, or 2 cards per row, or 3 cards per row. So what happens if we choose 3 cards per row? Okay, so you can see those would be great for small mini cards, or if you want them even smaller, to do that, then you can alter your printer settings. So you go here and go to more settings, and then choose pages per sheet. So what happens if we choose 4 pages per sheet? Be very small, I think. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, so they would be actually quite a good size for what we're looking for. So I think I'm going to print these ones. Okay, I think I'd like to do some for some game cards. So I'm going to choose 3 cards per row, and this time I'm just going to leave it on one page per sheet, and that should give me, yeah, there's like 9 and 12. Okay, so it's going to give me those. So I'm going to print those ones, and let's see what we can do with them now. Okay, got my things printed, some small ones and some big ones, and I'm going to show you a couple of quick ideas on what you can do. Okay, so I haven't actually cut up all of them. There are loads, so actually these are probably enough to split between 2 or even 3 teams. But you've got a bunch of cards like that, and then play like some of your favourite just small group card games. One I love doing in pairs is this one, rock, paper, scissors, or scissors, paper, stone, depends which way you do it, and it goes like this. Rock, paper, scissors, 1, 2, 3. Paper beats rock, paper takes the card. So is he doing karate? Yes, he is. Wins the card. Rock, paper, scissors, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rock beats paper, takes the card. Are they playing table tennis? Yes, they are. No, they aren't. So you can decide how you want them to play it. You know, either the person who wins the rock, paper, scissors, they, do they say it? Do they have to answer? Does their partner have to answer? You'd need to tell the kids how you want to do it. But it means that they're getting a chance to reproduce the language then, so with the digital game, they're getting to listen, to read. You can use the audio on that resource as well. So, they could always just listen to it or read and then check that their pronunciation's correct as well. It depends on the needs of your group, but there is basically receptive skills activity. So if you print it and then you play something like this, then it becomes productive and they're getting a chance to work in pairs or small groups to actually use the language and make decisions themselves. So that's one game you could play by printing the cards. There's another activity which I think is quite nice, where you can get them to make their own board games and then play their board games. Here are the ones that are cut up super small. So you can make this a receptive activity. So first you have to listen and then find, and then stick into the game like this. Okay. Or they can even use their pen and draw. I don't know. Is he swimming? So put these in here. Ones they want, and they can play that. Okay, so here are some completed board game. Of course, these are in the editable templates pack that I've got on the website. If you wanted, you can edit, and then you can put in, each team can put in their own team name. So they're making it, personalise it a little bit. But yeah, they can basically those are all your things from the digital resource have now become a board game. There's a snakes and ladders. Got some quite scary looking snakes there. This one's a bit pathetic. But the kids might enjoy making that, and these type of things you can incorporate more receptive practice if they're collecting the pieces while they make it, then they swap and they play with another team, and they're getting the chance to use this language productively. Once they've got the idea of these card games and they've played the digital game, they can make up their own cards, couldn't they? So you've got some spare cut-offs here. I'd get them to make their own cards with stick figures. I think I tried to, he's looks like he's drowning rather than swimming, but the kids can maybe do better. There's one, what am I getting them to play? Tennis, they're playing tennis. This one for badminton. But the kids can come up with their own or revise sports that aren't in this set. So these are all individual and racket sports, but there's a team sport set as well. So yeah, and the bonus is because you've got the digital sets, then you can assign them so that they can practice at home and you get feedback on it. So it kind of serves as a test too. So it's a win-win. But yeah, you don't need to stop at just the digital game, last thing in the class, and that's it. There's so much more you can do. So I hope you found that useful. Please let me know if you've got any other ideas how to exploit this type of resource. All right, thank you.